Oh yeah, this one was not cheating though. This is just brilliance. This is just world class. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
Find your dreams come true.
World Cup champions, or like this is Argentina's road to like winning the 1986 World Cup. You know, obviously made famous by Diego Maradona. I've been waiting for a long time to check out this video. You know, because I've always been intrigued with Maradona. You know, I'm a huge Messi fan, huge Messi fan, and every time I react to Messi, you know, especially the Argentinians, they always say Maradona was even better than Messi, bro. And that it blows my mind to think that Maradona was even greater than Messi. You know, personally, you know, from all the videos I've watched and the research that I've done, I think Messi is the greater player in terms of like achievements. I think Messi have achieved far more than Maradona, at least when it comes to like club football. So I think overall Messi is greater, and for me, greatness, it's not just talent, bro. Greatness is about talent. It's about your accomplishment throughout your career. And we can all agree that Messi, you know, accomplished far more than Maradona. Let's keep it real. You know, even if you're a Maradona fan, be honest. You know, Messi achieved far more. Won more Ballon d'Ors. His stats is more superior. The longevity, you know, won the World Cup just like Maradona. Maybe not as impressive, but still won the World Cup. World Cup is still a World Cup. You know, regardless of how you won it. You know, it's still the same, you know. But yeah, you know, we're gonna be checking this video out, man. Let me know in the comments if you're Argentinian, who do you think is the greatest Argentinian player of all time, Messi or Maradona? You know, let me know in the comments. But again, you know, even though I think Messi is the greatest player, Maradona was very impressive as well, carrying Argentina on his back. You know, he had a great career as well, but I just don't think it's on the same level as Messi. Simple as that. You know, everybody's entitled, you know, to their opinions, and also the you know, the debate about talent. You know, that's different from like greatness. Greatness, like Adi said, is about what you've achieved in the game. While talent is about your talent, bro. It's about, you know, what you can do on the pitch. You know, that's different. You know. Maybe Maradona was more talented than Messi, probably. But when it comes to greatness, Messi is greater. Maradona was probably more talented. So I think people get confused with those two, greatness and talent. Two different things. You know, so that's all I have to say, man. Smash this like button, sub to the Patreon. Let's go. So this was the group that you know, they were placed in. Argentina, South Korea, Bulgaria, and Italy. Wow. Italy in the same group as Argentina. Very interesting. Group stage. Okay, Argentina, South Korea, they won 3-1.
Big wall, and again the wall moves forward as the referee goes back to take a better position. This is Valdano.
Gonna hit it. First 6 minutes. That's a rocket. Good first touch, you know.
Maybe that it got a flick. Two others inside them.
Oh, what a header. Bulgari. 18 minutes. After 18 minutes, 2-0 up. You know.
Absolutely fluid. Goal coming in the 19th minute. And it's our first.
And this World Cup was in Mexico as well. Valdano again. Yeah, this was a very easy win. Oh, he created that goal, Maradona.
Probably should have cut it out and maybe one, if not two defenders. But it's Argentina 3, South Korea 0.
Okay. Showing great feet. You know, South Koreans are normally very good on the ball. Oh, wow. That's the best goal of the game. Seriously, I know Argentina dominated, but that was the best goal of the game, bro. What a hit. Wow. At least, you know, they scored a goal against Argentina. That's an achievement, you know, for South Korea. Yep. Italy. And what a game this was. Out to belly. So Italy took the lead quite early on.
And he started off well for
The best moments have come when from set situations.
Oh, what a pass. Yeah, I think I've seen this goal before. From a very, very tight angle. You know? I don't know how he got that in. But again, it's Maradona on his left foot. You know, that left foot can produce some incredible stuff.
But I still think the defender was a little bit steady there, wasn't Shiraya?
That's a very, very good finish. Just passed into the corner. This against Bulgaria. Oh, there, giving the ball away. Valdano. Bro, Valdano, it seemed like this guy was in great form, right? You know, everybody talking about Maradona, but so far I think he's got like 3 or 4 goals already in the group stage. You know, who was he? This Valdano. What team did he play for? And how highly do you guys rate him in Argentina? You must rate him quite highly because he's part of the, you know, the team that won the 1986 World Cup. So I'm guessing he's a legend, right, of Argentinian football for sure. I think he's got 4 now. 3 or 4. Great cross. Jumped very high there. Looking at the pitch, it's not too bad, you know. Mexico did a great job in making sure the pitch was decent for World Cup. Oh, what's a Kaja? I think that was a Maradona assist. I want to know his stats in this World Cup, Maradona. How many assists and goals did he get? I know it was the difference ultimately. He scored some of the most important goals for Argentina this World Cup. Look at that. Right on the plates. Okay, they won the group. But look, I mean, listen, they won the group, but like, it's not as dominant though. It's not that dominant at all. They only got 5 points out of possible 9. You know, I think they drew. Okay, wait. They played 3, won 2, drew 1. So I'm guessing back then you only get 2 points for winning. Yeah, I think so. You get 2 points for winning and 1 point for a draw. That's weird. How times have changed, bro. Now, you know, obviously at the World Cup now, it's 3 points for a win. So I think back then it was like 2 points for a win, right? Which is weird. I didn't even know that. I'm literally just finding out today. Wow. So yeah, 5 points. Solid group stage performance. It's against Uruguay. Wow. Uruguay, obviously, they are a force in South American football. Quarterfinals against England. Oh, this is very iconic. Very, very iconic match. I think this was this was when Maradona scored that hand of God. Very, very controversial goal. You know, personally for me, I think it was a handball. You know, but at the same time, it's very, very difficult to you know, especially during that time, it must have been difficult to to know whether it was actually handball. You know, if VAR existed during that period, I think that goal, you know, most definitely would have been disallowed if VAR had existed. You know, but again, controversy is what makes football exciting. You know.
Seen that much of Hodge or Trevor Steven. Maradona just walked away from Hoddle then. Maradona.
That's a handball. Maradona, you little cheater, man. What a cheater.
Maradona had continued the run forward. It's given. What point was he offside?
Yep, it's right there. I know it's not clear from this video, but you can clearly see his hand. I said it. Well, you can see it. You can see his hand touching the ball. You know, look at it. Clearly touched
Was it a use of the hand that England are complaining about?
Oh yeah, this one was not cheating though. This is just brilliance. This is just world class. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. An entire team against England. You know, I think this goal right here literally cemented Maradona's reputation as arguably the greatest player of all time, or one of the greatest players of all time. This goal right here cemented his legacy, bro. Literally, especially against an opposition like England that's known to have great defense. The fact that he walked through an entire team, bro, not just any team, again, against England, it is mind-blowing, bro. Mind-blowing. At a World Cup. It's crazy. And the composure. I don't know how he did it. Probably the most iconic goal in World Cup history. Lineker, okay, they made it 2-1. Great play there from that white player, you know. I don't know who that is, but this guy right here. Semi-final against Belgium. Wait, what? Belgium have been to a World Cup semi-final before. Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that whatsoever. Oh, good pass. Oh. It seemed like Maradona came alive during like the quarterfinal stage onwards. That's when Maradona became Maradona. You know, stepping up in the most important moments. Look at that for a finish. Just dinked it over the keeper. Look at that. That's crazy, bro. That is literally crazy, bro. It seemed like after that performance against England, his confidence went through the roof. You know, he became like a god, bro. You know, he was in that flow state. You know, that flow state of like, I am untouchable. I can do whatever I want. You know, yeah, that performance against England gave him that momentum to go on and just do this, basically. And apparently this was a very, very good Belgium team as well. Look at that, just gliding past players like they're not even there. Saw the gap and he exploited that gap. Okay, the final 3-2 against West Germany. I think this was a West Germany team that had Franz Beckenbauer, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think Beckenbauer was part of this team. I could be wrong anyway. But it seemed like it was a great final though, 3-2, you know. Oh, Brown. That keeper made a mistake though. Made a mistake. If you're gonna come out, you gotta claim that. Great header. Yep, poor defending. Okay. Go on, he's got a lot of space. Finish it. Wow. Valdano again. This guy was on fire, fam, at the World Cup. Nice movement. I think he timed his one to perfection. Even if it was offside, I don't think they would have known because, you know, Nova, you know, those linesmen, you know, most of the decision making at that time, I don't think was reliable, you know. I loved how composed he was there. Just opened up his body and just passed it into the goal. And it seemed like Argentina, were just dominating this game. Oh, Rummenigge. Okay, Rummenigge, and that makes it interesting. That's 3-2 now. It's Argentina. Nice cross into that box. That's a clever header, you know, just guided into that area. Yeah, that's Beckenbauer. Yeah, I was correct. Franz Beckenbauer was part of this team. So the fact that Argentina put 3 past a Franz Beckenbauer defense, man, that's very impressive. But because, as you guys know, Beckenbauer is regarded as one of the greatest defenders of all time, you know. Oh, and they equalized, bro. They came back. Voila. West Germany came back after being 3-2. 2-0 down. Came back. Wow, great character from them. From 2 set pieces as well. What's the game this was? Oh, Maradona. Oh, no, that's not Maradona. That's the win it. Boga. Bro. That's crazy, bro. They literally responded instantly. I think it was like 3 minutes difference between the West Germany equalizer and this goal. You know, unbelievable. He could have scored it, but he was confident enough. You know. Wow. And also, I know that Argentina won it in 1978. So they won 2 World Cups in 8 years, bro. So, the late 70s into the mid 80s or so, Argentina was quite dominant in international football. Quite dominant. Look at Maradona. Well, they've invaded the pitch, fam. Wow. This is what's the name of that stadium? In Mexico City, right? Is that not Sepp Blatter? Wow. Increíble. Yeah, this World Cup literally cemented his legacy, bro. Maradona literally cemented his legacy. All I have to say is, Maradona was incredible. Definitely one of the most talented, probably the most talented player actually, because I've seen lots of clips of Maradona. Like how they said, probably the most talented. But again, people need to know. You need to know the difference between talent and greatness. 2 different things. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo and R9. For example, R9 far more talented than Cristiano Ronaldo. But is R9 a greater player? No, because Cristiano Ronaldo achieved more. Won more Ballon d'Ors, scored more goals, probably got more assists, won more trophies. His career. So Cristiano Ronaldo is a greater player than R9, but R9 is more talented. That's the difference. That's the same for Maradona and Messi. Messi is greater, but maybe Maradona was more talented. That's up for debate. That's more interesting. But yeah, if you like the action, guys, smash this like button. Argentina, great nation, man. Very, very passionate about football. I think they've won 3 World Cups now. 3 World Cups. So highly successful nation when it comes to football. But yeah, enough talking, man. That's it.